Hey everyone, so I got a Jeep tech tip on how to replace this one part, and I'm going to show you step by step. Anyone can do it, and it's very annoying when it happens. You could be driving down the street, minding your own business, and you get the famous bing, like light. Or you're off-roading, you make a left or right, you hit a bump, bing, it happens. And that's the airbag light, so we all know what that is. Either this has happened to you before, and if it hasn't, it's going to happen. I can guarantee that one. So let's jump inside real quick. And in my case, I was off-roading. I was about 3 hours south of where I'm at right now, minding my own business. I just got off the exit, made a left turn, bing. Like, what? Are you kidding me? The airbag light? A lot of people experience a lot of things differently. With my case, I lost the speedo on here for probably 20 minutes, pulled over to the side, turn it off, turn it back on. It came back, but the light never went away. Other people experience much more. Electronics, it works everything, and that is crazy. And that's the clock spring, okay? You can go, it is an OME clock spring, got it off eBay, 75 bucks. You can go to the dealer and get it. It can be upwards of $500 to $600. Some parts stores have it just under 500 bucks. Again, 75 bucks on eBay. OEM part, 100% legit. But I'm going to show you step by step how I do it and how I replace it. And anyone can do it, like seriously. But if you want to spend the money and take it somewhere, be my guest. You know, if you got a big bank account, which I don't. So first steps first, I'm going to take you up front and show you the first thing I do. So I'm walking up front. First thing I do is I take the negative terminal on the battery and I get it disconnected. Let me turn this around. I already went ahead and disconnected it, and I got a rag because I want to put this on here real quick. Bear with me, I'm doing this with one hand. Hang on. Okay, she was fighting me. So I just basically disconnected it. Put a rag down here for safety and put this underneath. We want that disconnected. We don't want any power going in. The second thing we need to do is get the steering column. Now you hear people, oh, you got to take the dashboard apart and you got to do all this crazy. You don't have to do all that. All you need for this part is you need a T20, small, because there's 2 holes that you got to get in the bottom and then one in the very bottom. But it's a screwdriver type. I tried bigger before. I can't get up there. I'm going to show you. Let me flip this around. Right here, you're going to have, right here's a T20. You have a T20, you got to get this up in here, and there's one more. Okay. Drop your steering column, which I just did a minute ago. I want to separate this. So give me a minute. Let me get in there and take it off, and then I will go forward. So bear with me real quick. Take off this lower right here. Makes it a lot easier. It's full of mud and dirt. Actually, it just pops out from the top. It just makes it easier access. Put it somewhere safe. Mind you, I got the phone hanging up on here. So you're going to want to take off this top. I got the 3 screws out. All you have to do is move this. Now, I had a security system in here. I'm going to just pull it out of here. There's the top. Bam. Put it down here. Take this lower out. Be a pain in the butt sometimes. Just get it over. And then, you know, you got your, put that back. And you got your lower. Bam, just like that. Now put your screws safe. You're like what you use the T20 on. 2 blacks and that was from the bottom where I showed you guys. Now the next thing is we got to get this off. So bear with me. I got a flathead screwdriver. I'm going to see if I get a different one, and I'm going to show you this real quick. Be right back, guys. So real quick, you're going to need a ratchet. I did get the screwdriver because we're going to need that in the inside. But you're going to need a ratchet with 10mm. These are a little bit different than the newer JKs from 2012 and up to 2017. The airbags are different, taking them out. You see a lot of other guys with the other Jeeps, they'll have clips in the back. No, we don't do that here. So hopefully that phone stays right there. I'm going to show you real quick. Right on the side here, you're going to have 10mm bolt we need to take out. So I'm going to do that real quick. The other side, on that, on the right side, it's a little bit different, harder to get to. I'm going to get this one out, I could show you. And I'll show you where the screw holes are. Get that out really carefully. Get that out. Nah, I don't have a magnet. So, let me see. Oh, I got one. Boop. Put that right here. So let me grab the phone and I'm going to show you. Get in here. Show you this real quick. So you're going to have one. Let me flip this around. You're going to have one right here. And this is the one I just took out behind the wheel. So let me get this one out. And then we'll show on the airbag removal part. Yeah, this is not like the other Jeeps. So hang on a minute. Bear with me. So I just got the last screw out and put this right here. Remember, it's 10 millimeter with a little bitty ratchet. So now, steering wheel, we want to keep the steering wheel straight too. So right now we can be able to remove this. Just be careful, there's some wires behind here. And you can see right here, I'm going to give you the phone. Let me get this turned around. Hang on. And there's 3 wires that we want to disconnect the airbag. And you can't mess this up, like seriously. So let me get these tabs out, get this unplugged. Oops, sorry. I'll get these out, these tabs out real quick, and I'll show you. So hang on, give me a second. So I disconnected it real quick, and if you can see the airbags, so you can tell these, I mean, you can't mess this. I guess you could. Anyone could do anything. Black and yellow. Black and yellow. And then right here, it's got little tabs on the bottom. Like this one, it's got it when you separate it. And then there's tabs, you just pull it out. And then there's your airbag. So now we're going to have, I'm going to show you this real quick. We got to get our fingers in here and basically pull that out. We're done. Unhooking. Now we got to get this nut out. So give me a minute and I will get the nut and we'll move on from there. The next step is to get this bolt out. Now I'm going to get the bolt out. I'll set the phone over there. Same with the ratchet. This will be a 13 millimeter. I'm going to need both hands for this. And when I get this nut out, there's actually 2 dots in here. We need to pay attention. And we want to keep this thing as line of straight. So let me put the phone over here real quick. Hang on. All by myself doing this. So we're going to take this. Remember, lefty loosey, righty tighty. Get in there. I just broke it a minute ago. It was right here. So I'm going to take this out. You guys can be with me. Bear with me. And we want to try to keep this straight, this steering wheel. Especially when we take the steering wheel off. And I got an actual puller. I'm going to see if I can pull this off since this will be the first time for this JKU. And you can see it. I'm going to show you here real quick what they did to line up the hole. Let me get this out. Boo, 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 boo. Sorry, I have just the phone. It's just me, guys. Hang on. Almost there. Right there, we're going to put that bolt right there. Oops, hang on, put that this side. Now, I'm going to show you guys this real quick. This is where we want to pay attention. So hang on, let me flip this. So if you can see, we have the steering wheel. There's a pivot mark right there. Let me see if I can get it. And then actually on the shaft, we want those to be lined up. Okay, so when we take this off, and you can see this, the clock spring back here. Okay, we still got some more disassemble to do, but when we take this, put this back on the bottom of this, let me turn this around right here, the clock spring, this right here is actually on the older clock spring. That's where it is. So let me get set up. And when we get ready to take this steering wheel off, we want to be straight as possible because we want it to go right back on. So give me a second. Nah, that ain't gonna be that easy. So now you need what they call a steer wheel puller. Okay, you can go rent these if you want. Honestly, I'm gonna show you real quick. You can get it on Amazon. I think it was like 30 bucks. You know, maybe your friend's got one, or you can go rent it. AutoZone, O'Reilly's might have it. You know, you put a $50 deposit, and then you go and take it back and get your money back. I mean, it's really cheap. But so I'm gonna show you real quick where these 2 points right here, where they go. This is the part where the other videos don't show this, and I'm gonna show you guys. So I'm gonna get this inserted in here real quick, and then I'm gonna show you. So give me 2 seconds. So that's what basically it is. It's actually these 2 ends that like actually plugged in there, give you this little adapter put in here. And then I believe it's a 16 millimeter. I'm gonna show you guys. Let me pause this. I'll flip it over and get this cranked through. Hang on a minute. Okay, we got it set up real quick. 16 millimeter socket in there. Oh, righty tighty, lefty loosey, people. Gonna keep this straight as possible. They give you some adapters. All we want to do is get this off. She's coming. I don't think I have to use the other shim. Should have popped through. Okay. Give me 2 seconds here. Let me get this off. Hang on a minute. I'm gonna hold them. And just like that, I moved it, it popped off. Okay, so we got this side. Remember, you want to keep, I had to keep this thing on as straight as possible. So on the new one right here, we got a couple more things to take apart. Leave this clip in here. Do not pull off this clip until we're at that point. And I'm going to show you the reason why. Because this clock spring is actually, the way it's set in here, it's set straight. And if you move this, it'll move the clock spring and then you're done. So with that said, let me get this aside and I'm going to get to the next step. Here's the steering wheel. Voila. Still had her straight when she came off, and then when we put her on, we're going to put her on a right exact same spot. So give me a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we need to remove this out of the way, and then we'll get the clock spring. We just see what's in there. Wiggly waggly, doesn't matter right now. You have a T20 here, you have a T20 up here, and then you have a Phillips screwdriver here. So we're going to take this one out and this one out right back here. You're going to have to use a little ratchet with the T20 on it to get that out. And then a Phillips screwdriver. Then we're going to pull these out real quick. As soon as I get that out, I'll be right back. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we got this far real quick. So just to let you know, I'm going to show you right here because I know people skip out. There was a little Phillips screwdriver right there. And I had a little makeshift one that I use this anyways because I was doing the PVC. I was using this to get back there. Just a little Phillips bit just to get that out. So you're going to have these wires right here. Just move them out. They'll slip in there. And then let me pull this out. And there you go. Don't disconnect it. You don't have a reason to take it out. Now we're going to take that T20 out. We're going to pull this on. Put the new one on. I'll put the phone back over there. Just bear with me. And I'll show you. Okay, so I got that free. Just be really careful when you're pulling this down because there is some wires in the back. And basically, shit, let me get this flipped around. I can show you guys. Hang on. Right there. They're little pinchers. So one there, one there, one there. We'll get the new clock spring and we'll plug them in back in the same spot. So hang on with me. Okay, so basically they're little pinchers back there. This last one right here. She's being stubborn. Right there. And that is the old clock spring. Got a bunch of on it. So you got the new clock spring right here, and it plugs in the same way. Remember, do not take this tab off. Now I'm going to remove the foamy on here that you just used to protect it. Do not remove this until like it's the best steering wheel and all that's on, and then we can pop it. So right here, so real quick, let me show you these wires. And basically we're gonna just reinsert the wires right back in the spot. I need 2 hands. I got 1 hand here and I need both hands. So give me a minute and then we'll get this put back on. So I got to plug back in. So let me get it remounted back up and then we'll go from there. So hang on a minute. Okay, so I got the clock spring back on here. I'm going to put the T20 here. T20 right there. Phillips one right there, and then I'll put the T20 back on the top. Oh man, what did I just do with that? Oh Lord. What? My T20 is gone. Give me a minute. So I got this T20 back in here, T20 here. Just started the one in the back behind that blinker right there. Hopefully you just seen that. But when you slide these back in here, you'll see this little notch right here and here. She's gonna just slide in like that. Okay. Now as soon as we get this one back in, we're gonna take a little bitty screw right here and we're gonna stick her back in right here. So let me get that inserted and we'll move on. And the same with this side. So when you slide this in, you're gonna have to push this lever down, hold it, and then it'll slide in this little, you see right here, it slides in that one, and then it slides right under here, just slides right in. Just be careful, make sure you keep that in place. This was the Phillips one. You got a T20 there, there's a Phillips one right here, just something a little shorty. T20 here, so everything's tight. Let me get the steering wheel, put it on there, we'll feed this back through. As soon as we get this back lined up, we'll go from there. So hang on. Okay, so we're at this part, and we still got the clip in there because we want to leave that clip in there. We do not want to take that out until the last minute, and then we'll start over. Kelly's trying to get up here with me. No, get down. So we're gonna take these wires for the airbag, and we're gonna feed them through here to the top. Very carefully, very carefully. And I'll show you what I'm going to do as soon as I get this through here. Now remember, they got the 2 lines we got to line up to get this on there. So let me get the phone real quick and I'll show you. So you remember the 2 dots on here, right? We got a dot there and one actually on the shaft. I fed these through. We left that clip in there. And we're going to wait till we get this in there. I'm going to get this pushed down and then I'll show you here in a minute. I just need both hands to do this. You might want to get a flashlight if the lighting's bad, and I disconnected the battery so I got no lighting. And she's climbing up. Kelly, get down. Dog just climbed up to the back. Jesus, but she can't do anything. She just climbed to the back. Nope, stay back there. Okay, so give me 2 minutes. Like I said, I lined up the screws. I hid these light and then I pushed it on there. She's on there. And then let me see if I can get this. I can show you real quick. Let me get this flip. You can see she's lined up. I got a little flashlight I can show you guys. See the little light? She is lined up. She's in the spines. I'm gonna go ahead, take the nut, put her back on here and draw her in. Put that back on. That's all we need is this damn thing to come off as you're driving. Can you just imagine that? Oh, Jesus, please. Put that aside. So let me get this sat back down there. Remember what size I want. So give me 2 seconds, people. So real quick, I'm tightening this. And as I tighten, there's an orange. They mark that at the factory. So I just got a little bit more torque, and a little bit more. If there is a torque spec, I don't know what it is. Just remember, you need your ratchet with a bit 13 millimeter. So let me get this turned around. Got that turned around, and all I'm going to do, I didn't put any type of Loctite. Some guys, I think they put Loctite on here. I'm trying to hold this. Let me just crank that on there. Just a little bit more. She's under tight. Okay, she's lined right back up. So let me show you real quick. We got our lines through, we got that connector. Let me show you this real quick. I'll get her flipped around for you guys. So I got her lined up. She's on there pretty good. I would say that's probably, whew, turning that, you know, you try to hold it in that. It's probably about 100 foot-pounds maybe. Now, you remember what I was saying, the clock spring goes in between there. If you remember at the beginning of the video. This one right here on the bottom, actually, so when it's lined up, when it's on there, and which is ours is lined up, is right there. So now I can go ahead and pull the tab. Well, come on. Give me a minute. I'm gonna need 2 hands. You definitely need 2 hands for this because you got to hit it at the top. Take a screwdriver right behind it. Set this in. There you go. So we're good. Now, next thing is the airbag thingy. Remember, you got this little black one right here. This is how she went on. And you got your Jeep's symbol right here. I wish I could show you guys. So, with that said, we got this one. So let me go ahead and get everything connected, and I'll be right back. I guess I can show you. Here, hang on. So real quick, remember this one right here. I really love this stuff. You'll see some of the videos and that, and they'll be like, skip through here, and then they'll be like, hey, how did you get that back on there? So remember this one, right? This just plugs in into the top. Yeah, snap in. This one is going to be a little bit harder, so let that turn around for you guys. Right here. If this up close, snaps in. And then you remember this, I mean, there's only 2 ways that this can go in. I mean, it's yellow and black. Basically, that's it. It just snaps in. And I might need 2 hands. Duh. Hang on, guys. Yeah, I'm going to have to use 2 hands. That's kind of sucks that you have to do that, you know? Let me get it up here. Yeah, let me do it with my other hand, so give me a minute. Okay, I got the one in, so now I can just do it like this, because I was like putting my chest up against it and that. Basically, it slips right in there. Clicks right in, that's your airbag. Let me show you real quick. Back this up. It basically clips right back in. So, said, let me get this back in place. Slides right back in, just like so. Clip, and then like I said, there's 2 bolts right here. Goes in right here, and then one right here. So let me get those in, and then we'll go on from there. And those are 10 millimeter. Remember, 10 millimeter for these ones on the sides. So let me get those in, and I'll be right back. So real quick, maybe I can get more off to the side. I got this one in. I'm just gonna tighten them up. Whoop, left it loosey right there. Right there, that's good. And then one over here. I already got it in. And you gotta get it on an angle. And she's tight. Beep, beep, beep. Don't you just love it? These guys, so listen up. So I got to put the bottom and the top back on, and then we got to redo the battery, and then we'll start her up, and we'll go from there. But a lot of the videos that you see, they always skip her. Like the steering wheel just pulls off. Bullshit. Just like a pinion, you know, guys hit it and the pinion pulls off. You're like, no way. You actually have to use a steering wheel puller, and I'll tell you where you guys can get this stuff. So let me go ahead. Get the top back on. You remember I got the 3 screws. So give me a few minutes and we'll get that back together. So I got the last screw left with the T20 going up here. Just get her in here. Gotta kind of hold her down a little bit. Honestly, on a difficult meter, if I wasn't sitting here talking and trying to film it in that, probably take about 30 minutes. But then I'm sitting here talking, smoking a cigarette. What are you guys doing? See, dog jumping in the back doesn't help out. So let me get that tight back on there. She's done. I'm going to show you this real quick. So the lower one just basically snaps in there. Shit, I wish I had a better light. Do I got a light? Nope. There's little tabs in here. When you put this back together, it goes right over the steering, you know, for the key. Just take your time. It goes right back on there. Now I just have to put on the lower portion. You can watch. And that's easy as pie. I was like, I had to take it off. I was like, oh man, because I got the alarm on there. And then you just take your lower part in there. Yeah. So 3 being the difficult, I would say for the difficulty on that, I would say probably 1.5. Snap that back on there. I'm gonna have to get some more glue for my 52-inch light bar. This is the thing for it. So real quick, we gotta still hook up the battery, but here's a little puller that I got. I got this on Amazon. It was just like 31 bucks, somewhere around there, $27.99, and you figure, you know, tax or whatever. I think it was like 31 or something. Comes with a couple little adapters. You will need this. You will need this, because I doubt if it's just coming off like a lot of guys have it. I use this for the PVC right behind when I took off the PVC, because I had to change that on the engine. I made that, but you got that little screw right here. It's gonna be a little bit hard. Other than that, like I said, eBay, 75 bucks for a brand new one. You can do this with the basic tools. I mean, literally basic tools. I just had to get the puller, and then what did I just do with it? I bought these this little sets, because you need them to get down in these two. You can also use it on the top. It was $7.99 Harbor Freight. So with that said, let's put some of this away, and then we're gonna reconnect the battery and go from there. So give me a second. Okay, rehook the battery. Horn went off, scared the crap out of me. So truth be known, let's try this out. Seatbelt lights on, but airbag lights off. Yay! So, on the difficulty meter, anyone can do this. Like literally, with the basic hand tools that you have. This method will work for the 2012 to 2017 model. It's the same clock spring as 07 to 2017, but mind you, the steering wheels are different. So 2012, I think 2011 might have the same steering wheel too. But if you got a 2012 Jeep Wrangler and on with this steering wheel setup that I have, remember the bolts to take the airbag off are off to the sides. Some of these guys got in these videos, they're popping with screwdrivers and doing this and that, and come to find out it's not, or they're not using pullers, or they're using pullers and they're trimming and shaving it. I just basically went step by step. I know this video is a little bit lengthy, but there you go. You could do it. eBay, clock spring, 75 bucks. Again, you can go to the dealer if you choose to have this done. Maybe 30 minutes tops. 30 minutes tops. But you know, I've been talking through it and everything else. Other than that, like the video, share the video, thumbs up the video, whatever, but hopefully that helps. Jeep tech tip, and yes, you can do it. So everyone have a good one, and I hope you enjoy it.